You all find yourselves in your rooms in the Ale Spring Inn. And I believe, what were the sleeping arrangements? Bentwick and Hal?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
And Core and Belladin.
Yep, with Archie taking watch.
Yep.
And you all drift off to sleep. If I get a perception check from Archie, please.
Oh, I do though. Water breathing.
All right, 14. Not too bad. So you all find sleep coming to you in the time you guys have slept in a comfortable bed in probably over a week.
A while for sure.
Yeah, since you were in Sagad. It's been some rough sleeping heading into the Emerald Pine Forest and then eventually all the way over to the Sentinel Forest and the Sacred Grove. But eventually sleep does take you, or in some cases, your meditative state for Core. As Core, you sit cross-legged. And as you find yourself heading deeper into your meditations, Core, in your trance, your mind drifting as it normally does, a scene starts to take forefront in your mind. Something unusual for you. A scene not from your training or what you're used to, but one familiar. Almost. You find yourself in a forest. Not the Sentinel Forest, but one eerily familiar. In a campfire. Next to you is a young male elf, dressed in leathers, a bow at his back. And to your left, another male elf, dressed in fine vestiges. And across from all three of you, a young adolescent elf sleeps soundly, like nothing can rouse him. And you hear a voice coming from yourself, but not your own. Damn it, Finale. I know what the goddess said, but we just got him back. I know, brother, I know. But what else can we do? Those damn drow, their foul sorceries, you know what they weakened. You can't be thinking of going along with this, Halgalas. I don't know what to think, brother. Your vision fades back again into blackness, and back to the normal meanderings of your meditative state. And with that, you all get a long rest as morning comes. Well, actually, 4 hours from now, Core, you would get your long rest. Is there anything you would like to do in the meantime before the others awaken?
I mean, ponder why I'm dreaming like I'm some random. What the heck? Okay. Vanali and Halgalis?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, yeah, Core doesn't speak to people and he doesn't know this place, so he can't go outside and wander, but he will he will move from his position at the door and probably stare out a window if the window is available.
Yeah, there's a window. It's closed to kind of, ward off the chill night air so far up north in the White Tiger Mountains. But
I'm not that evil. I'm not just going to throw the window open for Belladin, even though I have nice furs now. Keep me cold, or keep me warm in the cold.
You can go ahead. And, so you stare off into the dark night. It is pretty dark out. There's no, this is a small village. So there's not like there's lit, torches covering all the roads. If someone wants to walk, they'd bring a torch with them. So it is quite dark out. So past your 60 feet of dark vision, you don't see much. But
probably more staring up into the night sky, just trying to figure out what the heck that might have meant. Can't ask Belladin because he's sleeping. So 4 hours by myself.
Yep. As you ponder the meaning of these strange visions that you've had now a few times, morning light eventually comes, and the rest of your party finds themselves awakening. So you'll get a long rest. It is now the morning. Belladin, you awake to find Core sitting near the windowsill, or maybe even standing, I'm not sure, looking out the new sunrise of the day.
Morning.
Were the elves like regular elves, high elves, sun elves, whatever we call them in this world? My dream, or were they drow?
They were not drow. So,
okay. What I can tell. Okay, good. Okay.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, actually, that shouldn't be too bad.
20.
Nice.
You definitely recognize these as high elves with their manner of speaking. With the 20, so I did say insight. So, like I said, there's something familiar about the faces of both elves that you saw in your dream. As I said, you were in this vision as someone else, right? And you hear this voice speaking from your body, which was not your body, you know? So it's like almost you were like residing in the consciousness of this person.
Just explained to Belladin. Oh, I dreamt of elves that were me, but not me, in a forest that was home, but not my home. Does that make more sense to you?
Not really. That could be anyone, anywhere. Well, elves, anywhere. Anyone, anywhere. What was unique about them? Do you normally dream of elves?
I mean, elves that I know in the
Right.
Sentinel Forest.
Well, it doesn't
They
seem
spoke
like
of
you know
drow?
them. Drow. Oh.
Too much thinking for me.
Well, what? Wait. Do you normally dream?
Normally it's just more meditation, going through things that I know,
Right.
being one with the elements, being one with myself. This is different. I mean, I can project myself. I mean, my training allows me to project myself outside of my physical body, but this was involuntary and into someone else's body.
Okay.
I was Haugelus in that scenario.
No, the one of them that you turned to was Halgalas.
And so I wasn't Vanali either. I just said two names.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You can roll me a history check if you'd like.
Yes, that should be much worse than the insight check. Let's see.
You rolled a 12, man. And then you rolled a 4.
And they're not; those names aren't ringing any bells.
Am I familiar with either of those names?
You can roll me a history check as well.
Roll an 8.
You are not familiar.
Strange.
Worrying over it. There's enough threats here to figure out we have a house to search, I think. That's what Hal said.
Yeah, people to meet, I believe, or yeah, the leader of this village who's away.
I don't always understand what Hal's saying. We're going to the leader's house?
I believe so.
Lead on?
All right. I lead Cor outside, and I guess we see if Hal and Fenthwick are awake.
Hal and Fenthwick, you both awaken around the same time. Is there anything you would like to do?
Oh man, Fenthwick, being this far north, smelling the fresh air, but sleeping in a real bed, something I could get used to.
Yeah, what's it like outside? The cold?
Feels pretty cold.
Figures.
I don't think the pass is cleared up yet. Oh, I wonder if he's got it. I wonder if Roland's got any of that good bacon he has normally.
Is there bad bacon?
But his is especially crispy.
Turkey bacon.
Unless he wants, unless you want that stuff that's really chewy.
Definitionally, turkey bacon is not bacon. It's the wrong animal type.
So we'll gather our things and head out to the common room. Hopefully grab some food.
I was wondering last night if Sir Giles was even still alive, and I realized I can send him a message.
Nice.
So I send him a message using my ring. Just tell him, Sir Giles, Saren isn't who you think he is, and he's probably working against you. So take care. And I see if he answers back.
There's no response.
He must be on the other side of the kingdom. It's got to be like either really early or really late there.
Yeah, or he's worm food.
I would say that's too bad, but anyways, want to see what those other two guys are doing?
So the four of you exit your rooms, and exit your rooms about the same time and see each other in the hallway.
Breakfast? Time for breakfast?
Yeah, definitely
All right.
time for breakfast. I mean, I could eat breakfast all the time, but hot bacon in a hot dining room, It's going to be good.
Oh, that's a good point. And then Belladin raises his hand and checks to see what the weather's going to be like today.
Open yourself up and feel the spores surrounding you and in you. And a bit of magical energy starts to swirl into your hand and forms a dark cloud, and a bit of snow starts to fall.
Ooh. It's going to snow today, and it's going to be overcast. So it's a good thing we got you those furs, Core.
DM.
Mhm.
Have we been in snow lately? I don't recall we've been in snow since we were up here last.
There was snow definitely in Duneshire and along the roads. It hasn't snowed really
Yeah.
since you left Sugod. So this would kind of be the first time since you've left Sugod that it's been snowing, I'd say.
It does snow in the Sentinel Forest and all that, though, right? Like, I'm pretty far north.
The Emerald Pine Forest where you came from
Mhm.
wasn't snowing actively, but there was still snow left on the ground, right? There was still snowfall. It's still far enough into winter where it hasn't melted yet, right?
Yeah.
The Sentinel Forest was actually pretty moderate temperature. No signs of snow.
But so growing up in the monastery, I didn't know what snow was.
Oh no, the twins, the mountains get snow.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
All
talking
right.
about the Sentinel Forest itself.
Just the forest itself. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm not surprised by water from sky. Good.
No.
I love how just sheltered your character is.
I mean, I learned to punch good.
Hey, good skill to have.
Morning.
Ah, good morning. See, you're all early risers.
Rolling.
Oh, my
Please
father's
tell me.
not up yet.
Oh, is he? Oh, he was up late.
Yes, I've been getting breakfast ready. I was expecting you all to be hungry. I hope you're all hungry. And she flashes a smile towards Core.
Mm,
Please tell us you have some of that bacon that he makes. Like even yesterday's bacon warmed up.
Oh, come now for the heroes of Nestle Rock, fresh bacon. I mean, it's still pretty early. I mean, so you take any table you'd like, and I'll bring out some bacon. We have some fresh loaves baking as well. Is there anything else you all would like?
Is that snow? Is it snowing out there?
Yeah. Old Rida said that she felt it in her knees that it would snow today. So she's usually right.
I was gonna drop his gear on the floor by the table and kind of briskly walk outside and just put his head to the snow and let it fall upon his face and body and open his mouth and stick out his tongue and catch some of the snowdrops.
All right. It's still pretty early, so the sun hasn't warmed up and doesn't look like it's going to be much sun today anyway. But it is pretty cold, but you find that welcome.
While I'm taking in the snowflakes and look about the horizon, not that I can see anything because of snowing, but see if there's any large snowfowl or large bird.
Give me a perception check.
I'm going to use luck.
Okay.
17.
17.
wow.
Much better. You peek out and you look and you see something, and your heart skips a beat for a moment as you see wings. And then you look closer and you see the brown wingspan of a brown owl flying off into the distance.
I kind of give him a little salute with my finger as I head back into the room with the rest of the group.
Yep. And as Hal
Not-
rushes
not-
off,
Not the middle finger salute, kind of the 2-finger salute off his brow. Like, you know.
he sees you
Do
give him
well.
the finger and he flies back and just gives you a present.
Roll
Oh,
for initiative.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, as Hal rushes out, Ravina, Roland's daughter, that's her name now, because I can't remember what I said last time. But, he didn't bring any coat or.
Oh, he's from the north. He'll be
Oh.
fine.
See.
Probably not even cold to him yet.
Well, I mean, I've lived up here all my life and I still get cold. So, is there anything else I can get for all of you?
Nope, good. I'm good.
Whatever you normally bring, we don't need anything special. I mean, other than the bacon.
Of course, of course. Well, if you need anything at all, just let me know. And she smiles towards Core once more and
Or it's just
shyly, and then
reflecting whatever she's doing. So she keeps smiling. He smiles when he sees her because that's apparently what we're supposed to do.
and her smile grows even bigger as Core smiles back at her.
Even bigger.
She goes off into the kitchen to start finishing off getting breakfast ready. After that exchange, Hal, you come back in, find your friends seated at the table, waiting for breakfast.
Would I have noticed that little interchange with my insight?
Your passive, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Can you believe it's snowing? I haven't seen snowfall in months. Been in that. I mean, if it's not hills or swamps or underground layers or gigantic trees, I mean, feels kind of good. It really feels kind of good. Do you think they have some like iced tea or iced coffee or something? I need something to warm me up. Feels good.
You can ask Ravina when she comes back.
Yeah. Okay.
And
No.
thank you for verifying that my magic still worked, because I did say it was going to snow today in the hallway when we were coming up.
Yeah.
It's already started.
Yeah, it started. I got a little excited. Like I said, I hadn't been out in the snow. Well, in a real snowfall. I mean, plenty of snow, but it doesn't feel the same on your boots as it does on your tongue.
Nice. So, Belladin's gonna look around the tavern room and do the mental math and realize that changing into his winter clothes in the middle of the tavern room is probably a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And walk back to his room and change into his winter clothes.
Okay.
Or has not let go of the fur he was given since it was given to him.
It'll be like, what is it? 5 minutes to remove medium armor and then 2 minutes to put it on or something. So he'll be back in like 7 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. So as Belladin excuses himself and heads back up to the room, Ravina comes back with a plate piled high with thick cut bacon it's crisp, like super crispy, like just at the point of like a little bit longer, it was probably be burned.
Nice.
It's like just taken off in time. And a big loaf of bread, like thick, crusty bread. And a plate of cheese as well. I could make you some eggs if you'd like.
Oh, that sounds great. Bacon, cheese, and egg sandwich. Yeah.
I'm not going to say no.
Sure.
Smiles and nods.
Let me be back. I'll just head out to gather them.
Bentwick, you think we're going to find anything in that house?
We'll find something. It just remains to be seen if it will be useful.
Yeah. I'm really hoping it's not more questions, but honestly, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, we have to wait several weeks anyways till we go north. I'm sure, hey, you remember that place under the swamp that had the
hard to forget
place where it melted my sword?
You mean where you melted your sword?
Yes. I've been thinking about that place and then the lighthouse. I mean, that beholder almost took you out. You had some pretty fancy moves there to get away from it, but I think it caught us by surprise, and that was a long time ago. We've learned a lot since then. I mean, it had true silver weapons. You ever think about going back there or taking a trip here into the mines and going to where we found that armor?
Well, you know, that armor is still down there.
Can you do those fire spells now? Remember, like, you read the scroll and it, like, sucked into the whatever that bowl on a pedestal was?
Yeah, you can do some fire stuff. Still not my forte.
Yeah.
But we didn't need that just to get down into the mine.
No, you're right. That was someplace completely alien to me, but I mean, you know, the Nightingale probably likes a comfortable life and want to make sure they're comfortable when we head north, and it's going to take us a little bit of money to maybe a covered cart and horses. Don't really work on the tundra, though. Hope she knows how to ride.
Oh, she's coming with, huh?
I mean, eventually when we go north, I imagine.
Yeah, she might be safer in Duneshire.
Poppy's always been pretty responsible, regardless of what she might have told us.
Yeah. Fenfic raises an eyebrow at hearing Poppy described as sensible.
Yep. And Al's gonna go to town on some of the bacon and wait for the eggs.
He's just like, oh,
And after the pile of bacon, noticeably lower than when it first started, but still a good amount, Ravina comes back, plate of about probably about like 8 fried eggs. Looked like they were probably fried in the bacon fat.
Oh man, I hope she brings you guys yours. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys go first.
Can I get you all anything to drink?
Do you have like really cold orange juice or apple juice or something?
Yeah, in the dead of winter, I'm sure they import those up here.
Yeah, unfortunately, fresh fruits are a little hard to come by right now.
Chilled goat's milk.
Milk would be great. Water will be fine.
Of course, I can bring out a pitcher of each.
I mean, if you have elk's milk, that would be like really good. But whatever you got.
Can't say that I've ever had elk's milk. I don't know anyone who's milked an elk.
It's not as bad as you think. You don't have to get really low like you do with a goat or a cow. I mean, at least where I'm from, you can pretty much stand on, sometimes you got a little box to stand on to get up there.
Huh.
Aren't they a little more testy than cows?
Is that a joke?
No. I've never
Oh.
milked an elk. I assume they wouldn't be keen on it.
We traveled the tundra up there and we lived on elk. It was really thick and creamy. It's good stuff. Now, whatever you have, I'm sorry. It's just been so long since. I mean, Fenwick can vouch for us. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had some real, like, down home country cooking. So,
Well, don't you worry. While you're here in the Ale Spring Inn, you'll be well taken care of.
man, we might have to spend an extra day here at Fenwick. I mean, depending how long the excursion takes.
And at this point, Belladin, you return back from changing into your winter gear, so you have thicker clothes,
Yep.
thicker undergarments, thicker overgarments, all the deal over your armor and everything.
You know, the funny thing is despite the fact that Hal and Belladin look so much alike, Hal's like clearly a more muscular, bigger person, whereas Belladin's more thin, and wiry. But with the winter clothes and the armor over it, he's probably about the same size as Hal now. But it's all the thick clothing.
Yeah. While you're
And-
bundled up, Hal's almost like bare-chested.
Exactly. So I'm coming down the stairs, and then I see Ravina's probably leaving the table at this point to get the water and the milk, and I see, I imagine with my insight, does she look a little, like, how does she look? Does she look like a little flustered with all these demands?
No, she's perfectly at ease.
Okay.
She is. I mean, you're one table of patrons,
Right. Yeah.
And-
There's not a lot of people here.
Yeah, she is well on top of what she needs to do, and this is a breeze for her.
Cool. Cool. So I'll just kind of pass her and give her a little bit of a smile because I kind of see what's happening with her and Core, even though Core doesn't realize what's happening. And I'll sit down. I don't know where I was sitting at the table, but I'll look at Hal and say, so I have the ability, should the need arise, to summon basically, animals. And I don't imagine horses or even oxen do well once we get north, right? So should I just get ready to summon like dire wolves or maybe regular wolves, and we can just kind of like pull a sled? Is that how it works up there?
You summon any winter wolves?
I don't know. I've never really practiced it.
Can you say elk on the horizon? But here, I'll show you. I'll show you how to say it in.
You just
in
want me
giant.
to mimic you? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll tells Belden how to say elk on the horizon in giant.
Okay.
And I'll do like a gravelly, because I imagine I look like somebody, so I try and mimic how Hal sounds, and I'll say it back.
And that's uncanny. I mean, with your winter gear on and thick as you are, it's almost almost makes me homesick, friend. Almost. Well, to be honest, it does. So,
Well, I mean, we're close, but in a few weeks we'll be up there, or I don't know, more than a few weeks. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to summon some aminals.
I mean, at the very least, especially on the tundra, if you get, eagle or something, and it just goes up there and trails us. It's really hard to find some of these patches where the Remrats live. They burrow underground, and my uncle used to kind of do what you did. So when we were out in the area, he'd summon some of these birds to look out, but he could talk to them. I mean, I've seen you talk to animals too, but it was kind of weird. So when we were out doing any hunting, following the elk, he would have these birds flying about, and they would be looking around, and you could always see the bluish of the ice where they used to just burrow underneath and lead us away from them. Or, if we were going to have to stay overnight out on the tundra, we would actually go towards the Remoraz. And I was pretty young, so most of the experienced hunters would take them down and capture their blood and kind of put it in these little metal pots, and then we would use it to dig a bit of a hole and inverse igloo, I guess, and put these in strategic places in it. Help keep us warm through the night. Pretty impressive.
Good to know.
Anyway, sorry about that.
No. It's good to know. It's good to know. And I look at Ventwick. I don't know if you can summon anything, but I think I could summon maybe like a couple dire wolves, a lot of wolves. I can definitely summon a lot of wolves. I don't know how they do north of the pass. I can't summon a winter wolf for some reason. I can just feel it.
Apparently, if you can summon elk, we can have some pretty kicking milk with our breakfast.
Yeah, he's right.
I don't know if the elk I summon is a real elk or just kind of like nature fae magic. Could you milk a fae? That feels weird.
You could certainly try.
If I succeed in that check,
What could go wrong milking a fae?
nothing. Yeah, they're 1/4. I could get 8 elk.
I mean, I wonder if we could ride the elk as we do the horses.
That'd be cool.
I'm sorry, now
mean-
you have to summon 8 elk, get a sleigh, and cast fly on them, Belladin.
I don't think I have fly.
Someone has to cast fly.
I know someone has to get fly now.
Belladin's new quest now is to become this world Santa Claus. Sorry, that's your only option now.
I mean, what do you mean Belladin? That's just Jordan's goal in every D&D game.
Oh, I think I'm full. This is I'm not really full, but I don't want to eat rolling out of house and home. So
And you guys have cleared the plates clean.
Well, leave a good tip.
And around this time, you see Roland coming out from the back. It's a large, there's large quarters in the back where the family probably sleeps and everything. Ah, friends, I see you're all up. See that Ravina's gotten you all situated? What's your all plans for the day? Anything I can help with?
I believe we were going to meet up with Winfred.
I could see, sometimes he's a bit more of a night owl. Sometimes sleeps in pretty late, but I could send Ravina over to go fetch him now that I'm up and I can see to the inn. So
Yes, that'd be delightful. Thank you.
of course, anything for y'all. Ravina, you see him heading back. Yes, Pa. And muffled voices as they're having a conversation. All right, sure. He shouldn't be here in more than a few minutes. Nowhere's too far in Esselrock.
Belladin, you think we should? Considering, you think we should escort her to Winfred's just to be safe? I mean, things happen around us a lot.
I mean, I think it's a good idea to just all go together.
All of us, or just want to send one of us?
Well, that if we all go together, there's not much point in sending Ravina.
That's true. That's true. Core, you should. No, I'm just kidding.
Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna lean over to Core in Sylvan, right? Sylvan's a language that you speak, right?
Sylvan is a language that I speak, yes.
A language? You know other languages?
Elvish.
Elvish? Okay.
And common.
And sort of common, yes.
So is it the type of thing where you understand common, you just can't speak it?
Yeah. But I understood a lot of Hal's words earlier, but they were in a weird order, considering the scenario, so I was just confused.
Right. I'm gonna lean over and say, just so you know, she's smiling at you because she thinks you're cute or something. Like there's something going on there, and you're smiling back because you're being polite and you think it's the custom, but she might think that it's because you're interested. I just want you to know that. And if you're interested in seeing where that goes, I can what's the word? Promote you to walk with her, make sure she's safe on her little journey across town.
She speaks Sylvan?
I doubt it.
Seems problematic.
I mean, look, I've seen recognition in your eyes. I know you understand common a bit, so it's up to you.
To get Winford.
So that we all could go to the house that... Cold outside. Let's see here. Wood core.
Yep,
She's nice.
ask yourself. Yeah, she is nice. She smiles at you. Smiles real big.
She does smile real big. And I feel like Lord Fenthwick would do this, and I'm supposed to be acting like Lord Fenthwick.
What you doing, Core?
I'll walk her. Yeah, if I was told
Alright.
I should walk her, I'll walk her, yeah.
I switch back to common and I pat Core on the back and I say, Core, steadfast, strong, diligent fella. He'll make sure nothing happens to you as you make your way across. Because I have to say, Hal is not joking. We have been through a ringer, and right now we just would rather be safe than sorry.
Roland starts. Nestle Rock's pretty quiet. I mean, other than that instance a few months ago when you were here, I doubt there'd be any trouble. And Ravina cuts him off. I think an escort would be nice. You never know. Okay. Sure. Thank you, Pa. This way.
Right?
Be a gentleman, I say in Sylvan.
Smile and bow.
And as you guys walk out into the village,
I'm gonna say something to Roland real quick. I'm like, he doesn't speak a lick of common, so.
I doubt that'll stop Ravina.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, I never got your name. I don't think you were with Sir Hal and Sir Fenthwick last time they were here.
My name's Coravane. Cor.
Coravane.
Mhm.
Such a pretty name. I don't think I've ever heard anything like it before. My name's Ravina. Where are you from?
Processes. Heaven's Path?
Heaven's Path. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. You speak with a bit of an accent. Do you come from Ilari? Are you from outside the country? How long have you been here?
So much.
Lots of forest, that Sentinel Forest? That way.
Sentinel Forest? I didn't think anyone was able to go to the Sentinel Forest. That place was... I mean, the stories and the myths you'd hear as a kid, I mean, that place is almost myth... I mean, it's full of magic and strange creatures and creatures that can talk, and you're from the Sentinel Forest? Oh, you have to tell me all about it.
Cor is helpless at this moment. All about, he smiles and nods. Back to default. Too much at once.
Anyway, I mean, sure, the Sentinel Forest is much more interesting than Nestle Rock. I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere here, and nothing ever happens here. Well, I mean, other than the Festival of Falls Leaves when Sir Hal and Sir Fenthwick and the rest saved us, when poor Stefan... poor Stefan. Such a good kid. And then she just goes on. And-
Core is intimidated and trying to escape, but will follow
Mhm.
because that is his duty.
Luckily for Core, she doesn't actually pause too much whenever she poses a question, and just kind of continues on talking.
Okay, type of person who can hold a conversation with herself, huh? That's solid.
You can roll me an insight check, Core, if you'd like. 13. Not too bad. Not too great. While you don't understand a lot of the words because she's talking so fast and so much, you can see in the slight flush of her cheeks and the kind of movement of her eyes that she's actually talking a bit more than usual because she's a bit flustered herself.
Or it's also cold, and there's a flush in his, probably a bit of a flush to his skin as well. But for different reasons, obviously. Yeah, Core's just doing his job. He was told that there might be danger here. What he understood from Belladin. He knows that she kind of likes him, but he hasn't heard the words of a proposition yet, so as of now, he's just escorting.
Yeah, well, anyway, Winford's house is just over here. Thank you for escorting me out here. It's very kind of you.
Or we'll give her his cheesiest bow. I'm sure he's seen Fenthwick do it at some point.
And she shivers a bit, and realize she doesn't have a coat on. She left in a hurry.
What? Yeah, Core will definitely noticing. Probably would have tried to notice this earlier, but yeah. He'll take his coat off and hand it to her. You're
both too busy trying to process the conversation and walking to really. She didn't notice the cold until now. Oh, you really are too kind, Core. Is it all right if I call you Core? I mean, Corvain is such a pretty name, but I'm just a simple girl, and it's a bit much for me.
Core is my name.
Right. You can call me Ravina, or my friends call me Revi, if you'd like.
Revi.
Yeah.
Nice name.
And when you say Revi, she kind of gives that shy smile again. Yeah. Core. Okay. His house is here. It's right here. And she knocks. Mr. Winford, Miss Beatrice, are you all up? And you hear some movement inside, and the door opens, and you see Winford. Ah, Ravina. How can I? Oh, I see you've got some company there. You're one of Sir Hal and Sir Fenthwick's friends, correct?
Sir Fenthwick.
Right. Wasn't sure if they'd be up so early or not. I'm not much of an early riser myself. You'd have to excuse me, but Pa sent you out here to come fetch me, I suppose, Arena. That's right, Mr. Winford. I believe Sir Hal and Sir Fenthwick and Core here. I believe they're waiting for you. Beatrice, I'm heading out. Okay. And he kind of grabs his own coat, a cap, puts it over his short graying hair, and heads back with y'all. Ravina is much more quiet on the walk back this time, with Winford there, and Winford doesn't say much either.
Suits Core just fine.
I mean, yeah, there's some few questions of how the hen's doing, this morning. None go missing. How's the stocks, all that kind of thing, and just simple talk and simple questions to pass the time in the few minutes it takes you to get back. And eventually, the rest of you see Core, Ravina, and Winford enter into the Pale Spring Inn. Well, morning, y'all. My apologies. I wasn't quite sure what time y'all be up, but well, I tend to be a little bit of a late sleeper, so I hope I didn't keep y'all waiting too long.
No, you're good. We just like to get up early in the morning.
Enough time to eat.
That is
Yes.
true.
It's bacon here if you'd like.
Sure. I'll just make a quick bite to go if you're all in a hurry. It's up to y'all. What you would like to do today.
I will look at Fenthwick and, well, definitely want to go to the Manor House, and we might want to stop by and check some other places we've been to last time we were here, just to, I don't know, just have a look around.
Sure, of course. I can definitely help you along with all that. And don't worry, I talked to the others last night and made sure that your presence here in the village would not be widespread unless y'all mean it to be. But I mean, if we're gonna be wandering around the village today, I mean, there's not much I can do if everyone sees us walking about. So eventually, word will get out that y'all are here.
As long as they don't know we're heading up to the manor house, I think that'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that right now if you'd like. So that way we can get not clue anyone off that we might be coming.
Lead the way.
Right. If Rowena got a bit of bread, I can put this bacon in between. Oh, of course, Mr. Winford. Grab that for you. She heads to the back and comes out with a piece of ripped off bread and hands it to Winford, and he shoves the bacon inside. All right. Well, I'm good to go. I guess. Well, I suppose you might know the way just as well, Sir Hal, right?
What makes you say that, Winford?
There was Sir Giles made quite a fuss about the outsiders and their intrusiveness and lack of propriety after y'all left.
I don't know what he's talking about, Fenthwick.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll let you lead the way.
Sure, it's well, I was gonna say y'all passed it, but you all didn't come up the road. You came came from the west, the hills, but just down the road here. Wanted a big enough piece of land to build his gaudy house, so. But he walks you down the main road. You guys head down the main road, and eventually get closer to the main manor itself. And Hal, you remember, Sir Fenthwick as well. I'm saying Sir Fenthwick now. Fenthwick remembers as well. This is a large, newly built manor house, kind of along the edge of town, that had a kind of warehouse building attached to it, and right along the road, and the road leads to the mine itself eventually. But it's a simple kind of, I mean, it's definitely much more elaborate and much larger than any of the houses in the rest of the village, but it's not some crazy mansion, right? It's frontier elegance, right? So simple square building, 2 stories, large gate around it. Sir Giles took his guard with him when he went down. Just left the servants in charge of the household. Figured nothing really is going to happen up here in Nestle Rock anyway, so we don't have to worry about the guards at least. And kind of gives a wink over to you, Hal.
That's pretty good. I bet they saw spots for a while. I'll let Fenthwick, I'll let you do the honors this time.
Yeah, sure. Just go up to the front door.
Right, so go to the gate first. You know, it's still closed, but there is a bell. That can be rung, and Winford goes and grabs it and gives it a ring. And after a few minutes, you see an elderly human female dressed in a servant's outfit open the front door, close it behind her, walk along the path. Mr. Winford, what can I do for you today, sir? Sally. Right. Well, you remember business with Sir Giles? Well, these men, they're here to help and hopefully try to ascertain possibly what's happened to Sir Giles. I've commissioned them on official mine business to investigate the matter. So they'll be needing to get in and having a look around. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, Mr. Winford, sir.
I'm sorry, miss. This is the Duke's work, and I'll produce my writ for Chilwyn Pass and just show the Duke's stamp. It's a business on behalf of the Duke. You don't have any choice.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
13.
She looks at the seal for a moment and then looks towards Winfred. I told you it's official mine business, and you know the Duke owns the mine. Don't worry, Sally. I will take full responsibility if anything happens or Sir Giles says anything. All right. One moment, and she takes a ring of keys from her hip and opens the front gate. Please come in.
After you, Sir Fenthwick.
I'll stride right in like I own the place.
All right. And you all enter, and she closes the gate and locks it behind you, and then kind of rushes ahead of you all to be able to open the front door, which is still open because she went out.
Lean into Fenthwick. Should we check manservants' quarters first? You know the guy I'm talking about. Saren?
Why don't we work our way down there so we don't look too interested?
That's why you're in charge.
Please, come in. Right. Now, like I said, Sally, these men are on official business and are helping to investigate and hopefully help Sir Giles, seeing as how he's been missing. I said they'll be needing to take a look around. Would you like me all to go with you, or I can
Sure,
stay
why
here
not?
if you'd like?
No, why don't you come with us? It's good to have a familiar face around.
All right. Sally, if you'd be so kind to lead these fine folk wherever they might ask. Of course, Mr. Winfred. And you guys enter and it's a large kind of entrance hall in the beginning with kind of a dual staircase right in front leading to the upper floors, and an opening to the immediate right, which has a sitting room, and then a hallway going towards the back right, and then a door heading to the left, and then a door in the center, kind of in the center of the staircases.
Fenthwick, I got a question.
Yes.
You're a traveled and learned man. Do you call this area the foyer or the foyer?
I usually say foyer.
From a little southern part where I'm from, call it foyer. So just curious.
I didn't even know that this room had a name. I would call it a room.
That room you use to get to the other rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was a hall. That was a hallway.
After you, Sir Fenthwick.
So what do you say? Start at the bottom, work our way up?
We'll start at the bottom, and then we'll get back here.
Oh. What, you want to start at the top and work your way down?
No, I think start at the bottom and then get back here.
I guess I'll go to whatever the first room on our left.
So you enter the door to your left, and you are pretty much in a short hallway with a door straight ahead, and the doors to your left and right.
Okay, I'm going to say door to our left.
All right. These are the servants' quarters, sir. She opens the door, and it's longer. You kind of enter immediately, and it's a long hallway with a row of doors on either side. These are the servants' quarters, sir. Most of the household went with Sir Giles. There are a few of us here just to maintain the house while he's away.
Guess just start going room to room.
Okay. Of course. And none of these doors have locks on them. And you just open them up, and they're simple rooms, bed, small table, chair, chest in front, small chest at the foot of the bed, the whole belongings, maybe a mirror and some. And you immediately see that, the different servants of the house have tried to kind of personalize their space as much as possible. Small mementos of home, different small pieces of there might be a potted plant in some. And go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Some dying basil.
Mm-hmm. Dying basil in another. It's in the corner room where the sun doesn't really come through the window much, so.
I will give myself guidance too, which is good. With that roll, I need it.
All right. 14. You're going through, and there are a few other servants here. A elderly male and another young woman, all human. Excuse me. And then I'm Frederick. This is they're on official business with the Duke, looking in further into the matter of Sir Giles. Of course, sirs. Of course. My apologies. Please. And he steps out of his room. But you go through the servants' quarters. Nothing really catches your eye. You don't see anything out of place or any kind of clue that you might be looking for here.
Yeah, I'll exit the room. And didn't really think that went through. That was rather awkward. Didn't really mean to paw through all their stuff.
Is there anywhere else you'd like to go next, sirs?
So we've done this hallway then? I guess we can go on to the other side of the house? Or...
So yeah, there was this doorway led to the front left section of the house, which is the serving quarters, right? Bottom. And then you had the other side, which you saw two other doors from when you went to the left door.
Oh, well, let's go through those doors then.
Easily enough, the first door leads to kind of the latrine for the servants.
And Cal,
And
you're on this.
if you guys would like to search there.
No. Let me turn back around and go back out. I don't know how you guys can do this stuff here. Like, I mean, from where I'm from, we just go out into the wide open, right? Man, it just, I can never get used to this. It stays there. The smell just sits there. Anyways, where to next?
This is one more door.
Yeah, one more door, and it opens up into a large room. The kitchens. Most of the area is unused. You do see another elderly woman there over kind of a pot on one of the smaller cooking fires. Excuse, we were just cooking ourselves our meals for the day. These are
Carry
the
on.
Duke's men.
Don't mind us. Do you cook for everybody?
It's okay. It's okay. They're here to help Sir Giles. And the kind of plump elderly woman who was cooking. No. I mean, we all take turns cooking for ourselves. Usually does. I mean, we help Cedric, of course, with the meals for Sir Giles and family, but he was the main chef.
Is Cedric here? Or did he go with Sir Giles?
No, he was. Sir Giles liked to keep his creature comforts while traveling as much as possible.
Understand. Don't mind us. Brand here's going to look around a bit. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. She goes back to chipping potatoes into the pot.
Anything tasty laying around?
Give me a perception check. 8. Immediately, there's not much out with Sir Giles and the household gone. You know, this isn't really being actively used to its full potential, right? So they've just been making their own meals. So you see a lot of root vegetables kind of piled in a basket near where Belle is cooking, and some earthen jars where you see her pull out some pickled greens that she then puts into the pot, and you see her unwrap a small piece of salted meat that she cuts an even smaller portion off of and then chops up and then adds to the pot. But most of the other things, there's a lot of earthen jars around, but nothing's really out, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's much going on down here.
Yeah, I'd agree. Do you guys have like a cold cellar, or I'm assuming the other half of the room and upstairs is for the Sir Giles and everything. Maybe we should start there, and then maybe we should have did what you suggested. We could start from the top down, or bell it and start from the top down. I know I just said two things, like, do you have a cellar, cold cellar, and then
then let's go upstairs.
We do have a cold cellar, sir. The entrance is just outside. She points. There's a door leading from the kitchen here in the back, kind of left corner. The other side of the downstairs manor here, you have the sitting room that you all saw, the formal dining room, a guest bedroom and Sir Giles' office.
Definitely want to check out the gold cellar since we're back here.
Of course, sir. Of course. She leads you out the door and she pulls one of the keys from the key ring again, and unlocks the cellar doors and opens them up. I'll have to get a torch, sir. It is quite dark down there. And
Hal will say, no. Don't, you don't need it. And Hal will say the magic word for his gem of brightness, and it illuminates the area. Shirak.
you see her eyes kind of widen. Of course, sir. I'm sorry to have presumed.
A gift from the Duke. Don't worry about it.
And she would have grabbed a lantern, not a torch. She's not
Yeah.
big dungeon. So
We just go down there and kind of stand in the middle of the room and feel if there's any kind of drafts or anything to see if there's like secret doors, but is there any drafts in the room?
yeah, you head down, and it is pretty steep staircase down. It's pretty deep down into the earth to get it as cold as possible. And you see a lot of larger earthen jars, boxes of various root vegetables and such, and some curing meats there as well. A couple shelves of cheese wheels as well. Give me a perception check.
I'm going to use luck.
All right.
11.
You stand in the middle of the cellar, and the air is pretty still. You don't feel any drafts or anything.
Any area melting more than any other? Well, I guess no. Looking at my perception check.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Hal will laugh to himself a little bit. That's why you're the leader, Fenwick. Sorry. Back home, we used to build these cellars and just keep everything in it. So I guess not so much when you have a giant house around it.
Well, that's the fancy people. Latrines inside, cold cellars outside.
Yep. All right. Lead the way, Sir Fenwick. Now I'm calling you Sir Fenwick.
As we go back upstairs. Yeah, somewhere along the lines, I picked up a knighthood.
So where are y'all heading next?
Well, I guess if Sir Giles has an office downstairs, we should check out the office and the sitting room and so on.
Yeah.
At least finish off the downstairs. We're down here.
And you head out of the door from the left of the staircases, and you're back into the main house. And there's definitely a much more polished feel to these rooms, compared to the working areas, which are much more bare and kind of just whatever neat bare minimum. And you walk over across, passing the staircases, large chandelier with probably dozens of candles that are unlit now, and pass into the sitting room. There's a large fireplace along the far right wall. Lots of big padded chairs and a couch, along with multiple kind of end tables and display cases with various knickknacks. Lots of elaborate candles everywhere. And to
Is
the
there
right,
anything that... Sorry.
oh, go ahead. You guys can ask questions as much as you'd like.
Is there anything that stands out to me that I might recognize amongst all the knickknacks and things hanging on the wall, etc.?
Give me a perception check.
That's a
He is
3.
stunned by the opulence.
Yeah. Nothing you recognize, really. It's various, there's animal skulls on display, various kind of gilded, ornamental,
Mhm.
art pieces, kind of, decorative pieces.
Yeah. Fenwick, I mean, outside of the totems hanging on the wall over there, I have no clue what any of this stuff is for.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a hurry, so I'll just burn a spell slot and cast Detect Magic.
You do not get any hits of magic in this room.
Okay. Well, keep it up for the next 10 minutes.
Okay?
So, nothing pops out in this room?
Not in the sitting room, no.
Okay, let's go into the office then.
Okay. The office is kind of more of the same, kind of trying to be very opulent, but you can tell that, there's more kind of wood and iron and less precious metals here. There are a few gold and silver pieces, more so in the office than the sitting room. You do get a hit of magic though.
What from?
On one of the candles, divination magic. And as I said, you look around and you see they're all these rooms have kind of filled with these different candles, different shapes, different colors. Some are very elaborate. Some are actually pure wax that are carved like certain ones, like a small castle, an animal. But on the desk itself, there's a simple candle, glows with divination magic.
Interesting. I take it is lit or not lit?
It is not lit. You can see that it has been lit before, but is currently not lit.
Is the desk locked?
You look at the desk, and you see the lock has actually been broken.
Oh, how convenient.
I apologize, sir. Well, I mean, you said you were with the Duke, so you must know of the previous investigation done here.
Oh, I wasn't aware they came through the house.
Yeah, if you can, Winford told you that they went through the house.
Oh, I must have missed that.
We've done our best, tidy things up a bit, but we are not allowed access to the house funds, and well, none of us can afford to repair such a piece on our own. So until Sir Giles gets back, we have no way to fix it.
Did they take anything?
I'm not certain, sir. They did not allow us in the house when they were making their search.
So nothing looked out of place when you came in here? I mean, I'm sure somebody like...
Everything looked out of place, sir. They seemed to be in a bit of a hurry, and were not, seemed to have no care for how they left the house.
I imagine somebody like Sir Giles likes his stuff in a specific place, facing a certain way.
Yes, sir, you would be correct, sir.
Was anything missing when you went to put it back in its rightful place?
No, sir, not that any of us noticed or recalled.
Okay.
We take special note of the more expensive items, especially as, as you said, Sir Giles has his certain ways, and none of us would want to be responsible or accused of stealing anything.
Are there any trapdoors in this place? Like, can you move, like, between the walls to get the shortcuts? Anything like that you know of around here?
No, sir, I'm this... Oh.
Insight check.
We are a manor house, not just a castle out of a story. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know. I'm from the outdoors, so this is like one of the biggest houses I've ever been in. You'll have to excuse me.
Of course, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I meant no offense, sir.
Did we go to his quarters? Where did the tall guy with the white hair stay? Not my friend Belladin, but
Sir Saren. He had a room upstairs across from the young mistresses, but he would spend much of the time in the kitchens with us. He's a good man.
What was he like?
Oh, very dutiful, sir. Always had Sir Giles' best interest at heart, but he was kind as well. As I said, he never lofted his station over the rest of us. As I said, he spent a lot of time in the kitchens with the rest of us. Maybe not working, but I don't know if he had any skills in the kitchen, but well, you can see his work here, sir. He's quite skilled in other arenas.
You married?
I was, sir.
No.
I was.
Did Saren have any love interests?
Not that I would know, sir. Not that I would presume to know, but as I said, he was very, very dutiful. I don't know how he would have the time. He was either helping Sir Giles run the household and manage the mines, or making his artwork.
What kind of art did he do?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. She gestures towards the candles. He had quite the interest in candle making. Quite skilled, if I do say so myself. And before this, I had, even in the previous Lord's employ, the most elaborate candles would just be different colors, but to see such works of art.
Yes, haven't seen anything quite like it.
Do you think they're all right, Mr. Swinona, Sir Saren? And Sir Giles, of course.
I'm sure Sir Giles, he's like a cockroach. You think you killed him, but he'll scurry off. He'll come back.
You see her kind of have to turn away to hide a laugh. Excuse me, sir.
He had the look of a survivor.
Is there anywhere else you would like to see, sirs?
Den, the study, the young lady's rooms, and Saren's room, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, we're doing the tour.
Of course, this way. And she shows you, save a little bit of time, she shows you all of their rooms. There's the formal dining room across from the sitting room here. You go upstairs, and to the right is another smaller office and library, which kind of looks more like a general kind of working room. And then the master bedroom. And then to the left are 2 bedrooms. One, see, is clearly of a young lady, and another smaller than the others upstairs, but still bigger than the rooms downstairs, is Saren's room.
See anything with your eyesight there, Benthwick?
Yeah, it's been more than 10 minutes.
I would say depends on the order you guys search the rooms in. So
If so, I'll just recast it. So.
okay, yeah. So you search through, and you'd have to probably recast it to get all the rest of the rooms in the house. But you don't. You get more divination magic off candles in the master bedroom, the library, and Winona's room. And you enter Saren's quarters. You don't get any glows.
I'm going to start moving around furniture, checking underneath it. Belladin, here. Benthwick, here. And I'm lifting up the bed and the desk and everything.
Yeah, there's a writing desk, a small chair at the window with an end table, a bed, a wardrobe. It's pretty spare.
Well, I'm going to go back and grab one of those candles then. And then I suppose I will sit down in Saren's office with it and spend 10 minutes casting Identify on it.
Okay. Why am I blanking on the word right now? It is a candle of scrying. Pretty much when this candle is lit, the person who enchanted the item can see what's going on in the room as if with a scry spell.
Pretty crafty.
Spencer, give me an investigation check.
Rolling like crap.
And you're racking your brain trying to think of some clue, but can't think of it. It's just escaping your mind. Well, is there anyone else, sirs, that you'd like to see? Unfortunately, that is all the rooms in the household.
Yes, thank you. You've been very helpful.
Mr. Winford, of course, you are welcome to stay, or as long as you'd like. Just, she kind of gets a bell and just ring this bell, if you need anything or if you'd like to be shown out, and I can help you. Excuse me, I must attend to my duties. She gives a curtsy to all of you and heads out.
What duties do you think she has, Benthwick? Like, other than, like, dusting off some of these stuff?
She's a housekeeper, housekeeping.
Like, nobody's here to mess anything up except for her and her.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. Dust never sleeps.
Yeah. Tells them the tundra, let me tell you.
I mean, I'm sure she's having an easier time of it without the family here, but...
Yeah. Did you find anything on those?
Well, he's very clever. He was spying on them with it. Kind of creepy, too, because there was one in the daughter's room. But other than that, it seems like we've come up empty.
You think he can spy on you while you're holding that? Can you spy on him since you are holding something he made?
Well, it's not lit, so no.
No. Like, you have something that he made. Like, could you spy on him when it's not lit? Does it work in
You
reverse
know-
like that?
Divination magic never really been my bag.
Can you do that, Belladin?
I don't think so. You know, I focus so much on the natural world. I've never thought about spying on humans, like humanoids anyway. No, I don't think I can. No.
Well, I mean, other than these things, we didn't find anything, right? You didn't leave a journal or breadcrumbs or anything else that we could find?
Nothing that we found. Of course, he could have taken them with him.
Yeah.
Or those that were here previously could have scooped up everything of interest.
Yeah, that's true. Said with the Duke's men.
The rest of the three who hasn't done an investigation check yet can roll one if they'd like.
Oh, wicked. And
Guidance.
yep,
Go
I
with
was about to
God.
say, God is with us with every roll.
Who's getting guidance?
I've got a
Not
plus
me.
0.
Whoever needs it.
All right, so I guess I'll take it because I don't have a negative. Come on, roll. There we go. Ooh, a
Ooh,
19.
19. Very nice. 13 is not bad either. As you hear Fentwick and Hal talking about this candle, and you look around, and you see all the various candles laying around. There are lots of them. You look back into Saren's room, and the sparseness of it catches something in your mind. There's nothing in here to make candles with.
So as they're having this conversation, Belladin just kind of pokes around with his staff, and then kind of leans over in between Hal and Fentwick and says, for everything that's in here, where do you think they're made? I don't see anything to make candles.
Of course, he could have taken his candle making kit with him.
Look,
Or he has a secret laboratory in here somewhere.
I'm gonna lean towards Hal on
Or
this
maybe
one.
maybe he just makes excessive earwax.
Oh god, it's all
No.
earwax candles.
Oh, gross. Why are they so putty-like? No,
Smells.
look, even I was on foot, and since meeting all of you, not really. I took a couple rides on carts for good deeds, helping people out. And let me tell you, even a carriage is not solid enough to make candles on. There's just too much bumping. So I'm leaning towards Hal. I think maybe there's a room that maybe even the servants aren't aware of.
So walking around the floor and looking and trying to picture its layout in my mind, anywhere that it seems like there might be an unaccounted for space.
Go and give me an investigation. 19.
Better.
You look around. You're walking around, and while this room is on the second floor, there's not much chance of anything kind of being hidden here. Maybe something like a small kind of alcove to hide something, but not a workshop or anything. And then you think, well, this is the household here, but they're on a pretty big piece of land that's fenced. There might be something outside. And there is the warehouse attached. Not inside the household itself, but right outside.
Well, perhaps we should search the other large building.
Yeah, agree. After you, Sir Fentwick. It's had a ring to it,
Are you gonna be heading out then? Should I call
No need to bother them. We can show ourselves out.
on the gate? As a, she did lock the gate, front gate,
Okay.
and he gives the
Certainly, we don't want to bust the gate. Sure.
bell a ring. Well, Sally, I think we've made a pretty thorough look around the household here, but we might be needing to look at the warehouse across there. Is that right? Oh, you need to be looking at the warehouse.
Mhm.
Sure.
Anywhere else you'd like to go?
It's just this house and the warehouse, right?
Yes, sir. There's the household here. The warehouse is not technically on the states. There's the shed and the workshop in the back here.
Well, yeah. We want to inspect every building that's here.
Of course, sir. Please. And she leads you back towards the kitchen, to the door in the back. You have the shed there, sir, where the grounds equipment is kept, and that's Sir Saren's workshop next to it. Sir Giles built it specifically for him.
Well, we definitely want to get in there.
Of course, I don't actually have the key to that, sir.
Oh, Saren has the only key?
Saren, I believe, or possibly Sir Giles. I have. Saren was the only one I saw open it.
What's the lock made out of, or the door made out of?
You look at it, it's a simple wooden kind of shed, an iron-looking lock. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Hal. You notice around the lock and door itself, there are some scuff marks and some dents and splintered wood. Looked like someone tried to bust it open, but failed.
I mean, Bentwick, I could probably open this the old-fashioned way, but if you look there, looks like somebody tried to get in here but couldn't.
So is the room? Are there any windows? Can we see into the room at all?
Yeah, there are some small windows, kind of up top. There's not big windows, right? More kind of small to let light in. Probably above your height, Fentwick, unfortunately.
How much above my height?
How tall are you?
Like 3'6".
3'6". They're probably, I would say, at about 5 feet.
Okay.
And it's not clear glass, right? It's not fine glass. It's kind of that murky. It's mainly just to let light in. But you might be able to look in to try to see through it.
I guess, sort of rule call for the purposes of teleportation. Can I be considered to have see the area?
I would say so, because you're...
How could pick him up and point his head through the window?
Unfortunately, the only teleportation I know is Thunderstep, so Hal doesn't want to be holding me when I do this.
Well, you can take him with you. Thunderstep, you can take a willing companion with you.
I think they have to be the same size as me.
Yeah. Or is that dimension?
Yeah, no, that's, yeah. One creature my size or smaller.
Oh, I didn't know that about Thunderstep. That's cool.
But yeah, like you can see in. It's distorted, right? It's not a clear image like if you're looking through clear glass, but you can see kind of like, that like green colored glass, where everything's kind of like fish bottle looking.
Sure.
I see that look in Fentwick's eye and say, do you want me to see if I can open the front door first?
That's okay. I mean, no reason I can't get in there. Of course, getting out might be... How big is this room?
I would say it's probably around 10 feet by 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to make a mess getting back out.
I would imagine you'd be making a mess getting in, too.
When we're outside, how much damage can it do?
I don't know how close you have to be to do whatever you're thinking about doing.
Well, I take it if you want to bust the lock off, that's going to make a mess too. But if you think you can do it, give it a shot.
Were the Duke's men or the Duke's other men trying to get into here when they were here last?
I think they might have, sir. They asked about it, and I told them it was Sir Saren's candle making workshop. After that, they didn't seem quite as interested. They asked if Sir Giles ever went inside. I told him I've never seen him. So they were mainly interested in Sir Giles and his possessions and where he frequented.
All right. Well,
actually,
stand back. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I can probably also get the door open now that I think about it.
Oh, like I gotta see. And Hal will cross his arms over his chest.
I will think for a second, and I will cast Bigby's Hand.
Bigby's Hand!
Bigby's Hand! And I can...
Is this your first time casting that?
Yes, yeah, I am.
Would you like to describe how Fentwick summons Bigby's Hand and what it looks like?
Well, I have to rack my brain because I've never cast this before. But I say think about it, but yeah, again, large shimmering translucent hand.
Yeah.
Appears in front of me, and I'm thinking, well, I guess I can just try to I'll try the nice way first. Just like the fingers would just reach out for the lock and try to like yank, because the hand has a strength of 26.
Okay, so it's not like a padlock, really. It's like a lock built into the door.
Oh, in that case, I just beat on the door with the hand until it opens.
Well, shit, Belladin.
I mean, you could have just done that. He's just doing the same thing you could have done, but he's doing it with magic. I don't see how that's really fair.
I've never seen him do that before.
I just wanted to give it a whirl.
He's never created a spectral hand before? This is new?
Not one that big.
Not
Oh.
like that size.
Oh, I don't want to know what. Okay.
So, Penswick, with your spectral Bigby's hand towering in front of this door, go ahead and give me a strength check with Bigby's hand.
Oh, I can just beat on it for damage, or
I mean, it's a door. You're gonna hit it, right?
right?
You smash into the door, and the wood, the outer surface of the wood splinters and cracks, but the door and the frame hold in place.
It's a strong frame.
Well, I got a minute. I just keep beating on the door.
Maybe he reinforced it. Nudge Belladin.
You want me to reinforce the door? That seems mean.
No. Maybe whoever made this reinforced it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably possible.
So after a minute of beating on this door, eventually the wood is splintered away so much, you see a glint of metal underneath, and eventually the door is just pounded enough where it's mostly just this metal that was hidden by this wooden veneer.
Son of a bitch. It's a reinforced metal door.
That's messed up.
Well, now I definitely want to get into this room.
And you actually the big of his hand is big enough that the frame you start to see the cracks and splintering the wood. This whole building is actually made of metal, not wood. It's just it was a wooden veneer. Oh, I don't understand. This was why would Sir Sarah need a steel building for his?
Why, indeed.
I don't know what's going on here.
It'd be so funny if I knew Locke, but I'm a druid. I don't know Locke.
Well, that's pretty interesting, Fenthwick.
What color is your hand, Fenthwick? Is it like blue? Is it red?
Hadn't really thought of it. It's probably bluish. Yeah.
Bluish?
The same
I've never-
color as hat.
Yeah, I've never seen a big blue hand smash a metal door before. You know, I have to
Actually,
say that.
I smashed an entire wooden shed now and turned it into a metal shed.
Are you an alchemist?
I guess I should have let you just pop in there.
But now that I'm thinking, if I could pop back out, it would probably destroy everything in the room, though. And now that I'm thinking about it, he's got the skill to make those candles. I wouldn't put it past him to put some sort of trap inside the room.
I mean, I can go with you. I can teleport as well, but I can only do it once.
Man, I wish Poppy was here. She could probably unlock that.
I'm level 8. What kind of creature can I wild shape into that could...
It's a good question. Is it... Wonder about if we figured tunnel under.
Right? Like, that's what I was thinking, like a...
The old tunnel under enlarge trick.
I mean, I can become a badger. It would take freaking forever, though, to dig under there. Hold on. Give me a couple hours. I'll get this.
Well, you only have to dig a hole big enough for yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
The badger-sized hole might be big enough for Fenthwick.
Oh, I could. Well, I guess the question would be, DM, have I ever seen a giant badger before?
Roll me a D100.
Yes, sir. 81.
81. You have seen a giant badger.
I look at the group. I can change into a badger about the size of, and I point at Hal. You want me to try, and then I can just see if I can dig under the door?
Sure. This I gotta see.
I mean,
Are you inhabiting the badger, like, as your consciousness, or you actually, is that badger you? Because a badger my side would be pretty good eating.
it's gonna be me. I'm gonna become the
That-
badger. Don't.
That's gross.
I won't be able to talk to you, but I'm still me when I'm.
Yeah, no milking the badger.
Oh God! And then I change.
Literally.
I change form
Unless-
as I say, "Oh God."
Especially because he's probably a male badger. And suddenly, Belladin's shape. Which, have you wild shaped into an animal before?
I think I wild shaped into a cat when we. Like, didn't you guys sneak into somewhere and I change into a small animal or a bird or something like that?
I know at the party you changed it into some kind of flying bat thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like a beast, like
Yeah.
you're like half.
Oh, no. So, okay, that was a spell. And then whenever I've used wild shape, it was to make my spores crazier. Yeah, so I guess this is the first time I've changed into an animal, and it's going to be a giant badger.
Yep. So you all see Belladin's shape shift suddenly and grow as fur starts to sprout, and his nose and jaw elongates into a snout, and in a moment, there is a giant badger. Sally faints.
Oh, shit.
Guess we should have warned about that.
Yeah, you just see the badger like raise both claws in the air, like whoops.
Oh, I'm gonna take her inside. Yeah. Hey, yeah. That's you all got some more interesting friends, Sir Hal, Sir Fenwick. That's
Not a bad trick, is it?
yeah.
I drop down onto all fours and just start walking over to the shed. I'm gonna start digging like to the right of the door, because I'm still me intellectually, and I'm not gonna put it past this son of a bee to trap the ground right in front of the door. So yeah, I'm just gonna start digging and a big enough hole so I can get my head down in there and see if there's a reinforced, because I'm just checking to see if there's a metal floor. I'm gonna get it just big enough so I can like look in and see. And I've got dark vision up to 30 feet, so if that's an issue,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dig under the wall first, and then you have to dig enough for your body to go
on my head.
under the wall.
Yep.
But you still need a space to go. Dig under the wall, and then up to the floor.
Yep.
Do you have a burrow speed?
Yep, 10
No.
feet.
So
10 feet every 6 seconds.
yeah. So it
Damn.
doesn't take very long.
I
at all.
dig fast.
Does not take very long at all. Seeing how this is like I said only a 10-foot by 10-foot shack.
Holy crap.
So
You know what? We're just going to dig this whole thing out and take it with us, guys. We don't even need to. Kidding.
So yeah, and within short work, there is a pretty sizable tunnel built under the wall and up to the floor, and you see that the floor is just wood. See, Saren apparently did not factor that into his calculations that you'd be coming up to the ground.
What? Me? I dig a hole big enough for everyone to be able to get through comfortably. Like, basically, it becomes like a ramp down tunnel with like a left-hand turn, and then a ramp up.
Roll me a D100.
32.
32. Okay. So yeah, eventually, would you like to break through the wood floor, or
Nah, I'm not.
Hit it.
I'm still me. I'm not. I'm smart enough to know I'm not. I don't want to do that. So once everything's nice and good, ramp down, tunnel, ramp up. I'm gonna come back out and shake for at least 20 seconds to get all the dirt off of me. And as you can see next to the tunnel, there's just a mound of dirt, like probably as big as the shed, or as tall at least. And then I just shake all the dirt off. There's still dirt on me, and then I change back, and you can see it kind of crusted on my clothes. And I look over
yeah,
it.
it's probably good that Sally fainted because there was a manicured lawn and some flower beds
Oh
all around.
no!
Paladin cares nothing for lawn maintenance.
I definitely okay.
Completely destroyed.
I don't care about the lawn, but I wouldn't have destroyed the flowers. I
There's
am a
flowers all around the shed.
I am a druid. Oh, okay.
You just went back 10 feet.
Yeah, exactly. I have a little work site. There's a
So Okay,
There's
so
a-
the grounds immediately around the shack are undisturbed, and you burrow
Yep.
down enough. You can easily do that. So
Yep.
you guys have a little tunnel access, like a few feet away from the shack.
Tall enough to stand in.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a little while.
Yeah, maybe even like a couple minutes.
What
Yeah.
did you what'd you see down there? I didn't see your head pop up or nothing.
Oh God. And you see a little bit of dirt coming out of my mouth. Yeah, there's just wood flooring underneath. I didn't break through, but we've got a nice little entryway down there if you want to turn on your headlamp. Yeah. I don't think he anticipated someone coming from below.
Well, all right. I'll say the magic word to relight my gem of brightness, and I'll head down into the tunnel. And when I get to the wood, I'll look at the rest of the party, and I'll say, "Do you want me to break this, or pull it down, or push it up, or?"
Yeah, if you cut a hole through it. bust a
Yeah,
hole
yeah,
through it.
yeah. Cut a hole through it. We don't know if something's actually on top of where you're cutting, right? So see if you can just cut like a square for us to fit through.
I will look at his warhammer and then look back to the group.
Oh yeah, you have a hammer. Does anyone have a?
sword that I can use.
I've got a. Nope, I do not have any weapons.
I think we have the bag of holding. Got some swords.
I have
and
the
stuff
bag
in
of
there.
holding.
Yeah, there's a sword in there. Just think sword and stick your hand in there. That's how it works, right?
Do you guys have a sword in the bag of holding?
We have 2 long swords and 1 warhammer,
There you go.
There you go.
taken from the stone pit.
Gotcha.
Core.
Yes.
Hal's gonna hand you a sword. Just kind of hit where he hits. You guys are making a hole in the floor here. Oh, by the way, I changed into animals. Sorry about that. I should have warned you first.
I thought normal druids did that. I don't know why you never did.
Oh, that's true. Right. No, I usually use it for other stuff, but that's a good point.
And we will attempt to break open this wood or cut a little hole or.
All right. You guys can give me athletics checks, please.
Know why you guys chose core.
26.
Well, Quark could just
Natural
punch
20.
his way in.
Yeah, look, you got a natural 20, dude.
Hey!
You're also like the
Yeah.
only other martial person in the party.
-1 for a 19.
Yep. Right. Punching through wood blocks. That's like your thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
what
you
you
give me
do.
a sword.
So you guys make short work. You cut a hole big enough through the wooden floor, kind of split. I mean, it's not a clean. It's like you guys have a saw, right? You're doing this with a sword, so it's
Mm-hmm.
splintered some places, but you get a good enough chunk out of it. As you hit the last piece and the kind of floorboards come down, one leg of a chair falls halfway through as there's a chair right above where you guys were cutting and kind of falls halfway through the hole, but not all the way. It kind of wedges itself. Not like stuck or anything, but doesn't fall all the way through.
I will intertwine my fingers and then hold them out and bend down a little bit to give Cork kind of the boost symbol. Like, all right, come on.
Or goes up.
All right, I'm assuming you push the chair out of the way first.
That would be good, yes.
No, he just boosted him right into the chair.
Yeah, right into the chair, just right in there. All right, yeah, easy enough. You hop up in there, and you're in a, like I said, about a 10-foot workspace. There's a chair in the center, and there are kind of 2 tables on opposite sides, and 2 smaller end tables on the other sides of the door, and multiple shelves all along, and they are filled with lots of wax and various candle making equipment and molds and wicks. And
Or doesn't understand the assignment, so he just starts handing wax back down through the hole.
Endwick, ready? Go back up. Or I'll give you a boost.
Sure, why not?
I know not to grab Endwick by the waist unless he's attacked by harpies, but so I'll give him a boost up.
yeah, and you guys all see the same thing. There is a small kind of iron stove in one corner, a small chimney heading up, and you see a kind of big cauldron there.
Bella, and you going up?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Just give me the little hand thing. I'll put my foot in there and just launch.
There you go.
Nice.
Probably pretty crowded if it's 10 by 10. I'll stay down here to let everybody back down.
Well, I do not have dark vision.
Oh, there's windows apparently.
Yep, there's enough light coming in
Okay.
through here.
Okay, cool. Take a look around.
Again, I will cast detect magic. See what lights up.
Okay. Get lots of hits in here. Some blocks of tallow and wax. The wicks themselves. You get various things of enchantment, abjuration, evocation. The room kind of glows.
What's giving off evocation?
Some of the wicks themselves, various blocks of tallow. You give me a perception check.
I can't see the glowing stuff. Never mind.
18. Yeah, you even with this kind of glow of everything, and it's just lots of small, the bigger blocks of tallow and wax kind of give off a bigger glow, but there's a lot of just pings of like various wicks and stuff, small bits kind of left everywhere. You almost get a sense that it's trying to specifically maybe distract someone who'd be looking for something magical, but you do spot a larger spot of evocation near one of the desks, and that glow can see the outline of a glyph.
Okay, we probably want to get out of this room for a second. I believe that when I pointed a spot, that area is trapped. And I've been hit with these before.
Oh. Anything I can do to help? Well, I can animate you if you die.
I wasn't intending to stay in the room and yank on it.
Okay. That was a joke. And I jumped down the hole.
Back down the hole we go.
Alright, you guys exit out
Um,
the workshop.
actually, I'm going to stay in the room by myself for 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and cast Unseen Servant.
Nice.
Okay.
Once I have the servant, he can stay and I will leave. And once I am safely away down the tunnel, I'll tell him that, what was it, a drawer that was a glyph?
Actually, it was the wall behind one of the desks.
Wall behind one of the desks. Okay, well then before I leave, looking at it, does there seem to be a door there, or
Give me an investigation check.
finally?
23. Notice two things. First thing you notice, there is a panel, the opposite side of this glyph. There's a wooden veneer inside this as well, but one of the wooden panels the coloring seems a bit off. It's subtle, so it's hard to notice, but it's obvious once you can see it that it's not the same. And then you look at that panel, and you slide it over, and you see that there is a small button behind it. At the same time, you notice something even harder to notice. One of the candle holders seems to be one of the only ones that's actually affixed to the wall. You can see a slight scrape along the wood, very faint, that looks like it might move. And in that moment, you deduce two things: that the panel and the button, but not that hidden, and that might be the trap.
He's laid a trap for born button pushers.
You get a feeling that it wasn't. It was hard to notice. You would have to look for it still, but it wasn't as hidden as this other thing, right? Like, it could have been found with a thorough investigation, but if you weren't too thorough, you wouldn't have found the other thing.
Well, still growing my eyebrows back from the last time a glyph went off in my face. I'm still gonna leave the room and have my servant.
Should we remove some of the documents and or candles or wax or whatever before triggering the trap, so they don't all get destroyed in whatever this trap is? Like, we don't know if it's like a fireball and it's going to melt everything.
I invite you to take as much stuff as you want, but if there's anything else that's throwing off evocation, I'm going to say leave it alone.
Okay. May I move around as directed and grab stuff that he thinks is not trapped?
Yeah, what are you trying to grab?
Well, you said there was like candles were glowing, there was like wax and other stuff.
There's wicks and other things that are glowing with magic.
I mean, they seem like important and not a part of this trap, so I just wanted to grab some stuff before the trap goes off.
Okay.
Are there any documents or anything that are... Well, you know what? If this room is trapped, anything he left out for us to see is going to be inconsequential. Once Fenthwick explains like the deviousness of there's one hidden thing that's clearly a trap, and then there's a even more hidden thing that's probably not the trap, and one is meant to screw people over, then I'm just gonna grab whatever looks valuable that so it isn't destroyed, and then hop down the hole.
Okay, and you're able to grab a bunch of the wicks that Fenthwick points out, some blocks of tallow and such. A few even of the actual kind of molds and equipments themselves seem to glow with enchantment.
Yeah, maybe Belladin will get into candle making. We don't know. All right, that's it.
Once we safely evacuate the room, I'll have my servant try to turn the holder in the direction of the scrape.
All right, turns the holder. You hear scraping of stone.
Cool. I'm just
Well, did it
gonna
blow
go
up?
back in. Apparently it didn't blow up.
Nice.
So I guess we can re-enter the room now.
You all enter the room, and underneath the desk where the candelabra was, you see a opening now has opened up as the floor panels have slid to either side, and there is a dark stairwell heading down.
I'm surprised I didn't hit that.
You had a 25% chance.
That's awesome. But yeah, Belladin will be like, I'm surprised I didn't hit that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hit it too.
It was on the opposite end of where you were digging.
Oh yeah, so I'll like look down back the hole and then look at the other hole and be like, all right. That worked out.
See, next time you should just like mow the lawn back and forth.
Oh, just like do a circle around the building, just check.
I'm saying pretty much undermine the entire foundation of the building.
Oh, so the building just drops. I mean, I think that's doable with enough time. I dig fast enough. I just didn't want to destroy everything, but maybe in the future. Hey, if we ever find like a so far all of the nobles have been real shitbags. If we find a noble who's pissed us off, I could just destroy the foundation of their building.
Or even worse, you could really mess up his garden.
I wouldn't do that. They didn't do anything to us. The plants.
Think of the plants.
Yeah, let's not be mean. Let's go down the hole.
Yeah, let's go down the hole.
All right. You all head down stairs. It is dark, so whoever doesn't have dark vision, unless you guys light up the gem.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look at Hal. So do we want to be stealthy? Because I can. Do I have that today? You know what? I don't. Damn. You know, when you make your character for healing random villagers, it really puts a little crink in your rug.
So, Prince Hal, do you want to fire up the gem?
He's a prince?
All right. Oof.
Well, I think he's a prince, don't you?
I think he acts like a prince.
All right, and what is the gem's light radius again?
60.
30 and 30?
30 and 30?
Hal's in front, right? Because he's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm taking front.
All right, so Hal in front. Who's next?
Actually, the servant can walk along in front of Hal.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
Unseen, yeah. So unseen servant Hal. I'll go next. I'll go next. Yeah, I'll go next.
Yeah, I'll go after Paladin.
Yep, rear guard makes sense. Core.
Right. All right, and you guys descend down into the darkness. Further down. 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet.
Belladin whispers to Hal, sounds like the DM is designing a map or setting us on it.
And eventually, the light hits and it opens up into a larger room. You see stone tiled floors ahead of you with strange runic symbols and circles, and a large stone table at the center. Except for flickering, it's like gems almost, along the walls and sconces on each side of large stone effigies of dragon heads.
Oh.
You all seem to have entered to Saren's hidden lair.
I'm gonna use my last wild shape of the day. Well, until I show a rest. Can I ready a wild shape? Is that a thing in D&D? Because I'm not concentrating on anything.
Is it an action?
It is an action
I would say it still kind of works on initiative, right? So unless you do it, if we get into an initiative situation, it would still have to wait.
until it's my
Yeah.
initiative. Okay.
Or will draw his bow, though.
Yeah, Hal pulls his shield and hammer as we head down into this area, like looking around. See anything out of place, Fenthwick?
I'm gonna look around. Can I see anything given the light that we have?
You can see what you can see on the map.
Do I notice or hear anything in the darkness?
Give me a perception check.
I was like, what are the right words to get this roll?
You don't hear anything. Pretty still down here.
I don't hear anything. Hell.
Damn, this place is huge.
Paladin, is it safe to step where the circles are not?
I believe so. I don't have the ability to detect magic. But I would probably guess that the circles are bad. So just don't
No circles.
don't step on them. No
Okay.
circles, yeah. Oh yeah, Core's probably got dark vision, right?
Core has dark vision, yes.
Hal, match Core's movements but on the right side.
See, there are various arcane magical symbols and circles carved into the floor, connecting to this kind of central stone table center.
These symbols, can I recognize any of them?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh damn.
These are meant to focus and funnel arcane magic. So pretty much use almost like a circuit board to connect to the center to funnel whatever power is powering it into the center into that workspace. And as you look and see, there are various things strewn about on the tables. And on the far end, you guys see a glimmer of blue. There is a large pile of blue gems.
Are they glowing?
They are.
Oh no. That's bad, y'all.
Blue gems are on the table?
Point me in the right direction. Where do you want me to go?
Don't touch the glowing gems.
So shiny.
When they're glowing like that, they can infuse a person and turn them into a monster against their will, from what they've said.
Anybody got a sack?
You know, funny you should say that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pouches, 5 sacks. You want a sack or a pouch? How big
I
are
want a
they?
sack.
How big are the crystals?
Some are larger, uncut. Some have been worked already. Various size.
Okay, I will hold out the sack for Fenthwick's unseen servant to come grab it, because that's what I assume is going to be picking up
Yeah,
these crystals.
he's just going to stand there and hold the sack open.
All right.
You just reach over with mage hand and pick one up. And bring it over, drop it in the sack.
All right. As the gem leaves the table, you see a flash of light near it.
Let's go.
And a large stone door slams behind you, covering the entryway,
Oh damn!
as tar starts to spew from the mouths of each of the dragons on the wall.
Oh, it's a trap. That seems bad.
And
I mage hand into the sack, pull this thing out, try to put it back.
on the walls to your left, right, and ahead of you all, the tar that's falling on is now starting to cover the floor. You see 4 forms start to rise from it.
Okay, I did have a question. How tall is the ceiling in here?
It is probably about 30 feet.
30 feet. Sick. Okay, thank you. While this is happening, do I have time to cast one spell?
I would say no, they were.
Oh, okay. All right. How does everybody feel about that?
So let's roll some initiative.
No, I didn't. Unfortunate.
Aye, Core. Aye.
That's about right. That's what I get for rolling it on Foundry.
Okay, that helps. Good job, Pudding.
As the tar that immediately falls out from these dragons, 4 dragons' mouth, not all of them, just the 4 up top, it immediately starts forming, rising up, and you see these kind of pseudopod type arms slashing out from it. Top of the round. How?
I would like to move towards this thing as I rage, and I will swing with my warhammer at this creature. I think I will attack recklessly. 21
21 definitely hits.
for that looks like 13, but I'm raging, so it's 15.
You see tar flies out from its form.
20 for 16.
Smashing against it. You feel that it is definitely taking effect.
And that is my turn.
This ooze, this tar ooze is going to go ahead and attack you with its pseudopod 2 times. Or
So vulgar.
That probably hits, yeah.
that's a 25 to hit,
For 22 damage? Okay.
7 bludgeoning, and 15 necrotic.
Yeah.
Second attack, 21 to hit.
Yep, that's another 23. Okay.
Both these pseudopods smash into you. You are covered in tar. Your speed is halved. It is going to move 20 feet and then curl a tar at you, Belladin. Has advantage. It's a 16 to hit.
Thankfully, no.
You just hear and feel this fly by your head, Belladin.
Oh. Like hit the wall behind me.
That's its turn. Core.
Oh, thank God.
What should Core do versus what would Core do? Core's gonna go ahead and summon his arms. Spend the key point. I'm gonna need a DC 16 Dex save from Mr. Slime. Dude.
DC 16 dexterity save. That's a 6.
He's gonna go ahead and take 2d6 force damage. And then as an action, since he's all on top of me, I'm just gonna go ahead and astral punch him twice. First strike. That works.
Oh!
And
Natural 20. Nice.
not as good.
Is that crit damage already?
Yeah, it didn't crit very well. I rolled a 6 and a 2.
16 still hits. So, total of 18 points.
Nice.
Nice.
And Ali, kidding about using his movement. Get away.
Movement is halved, remember.
Yeah, but he's got 55 feet, so he still can move, kind of.
Yep.
Provoke, though. Yeah, I think Core is probably stupid enough to stay here and fight. In turn.
I'm going to target Rosie and this guy and attempt to banish them.
So this one
Yeah,
and this one.
yeah. So charisma saves with a DC of 16.
They are great at these.
I hope that they're very uncharismatic.
That's a 10 on the dice for a 6,
Banished.
and an 8 on the dice for a 4.
Banished.
Nice.
So those 2 are banished.
I wish Core had moved away from that.
I wish Core had moved away from that too.
I know.
I really do. Hal would have back up.
So, at the beginning of Belladin's turn, he's going to look at Hal, who he can see, even though Belladin himself is covered in darkness, and says, Hal, do you need help?
I'm good for right now.
Question, DM, is the floor still covered in tar, or has it...
So far, it's culminated into these 4 creatures.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, hopefully this isn't going to be bad for you, Core. I am sorry. 35 feet, I just moved 10. I'm going to get there. I can see the edge of the creature that is in melee with Core because of the light on the wall. There's a wall of fire right there. So you can't see it anymore, but now it can't see you. Not too bad. 29 points of damage, and I'm pretty sure it's in the wall right there of that fire. I don't even know if it gets a dex save, but it is, yeah, definitely taking damage. The wall appears. Yep, so you make the dex save, which you fail, because it's a DC of 17 for me. Yep, 17.
And it's opaque, right? You guys can't see it anymore.
Yeah, it's opaque, so that one is closed off from us. I mean, it can move out of it if it wants, but it takes damage when it does it. Yep, and then it takes more damage when it ends its turn, within 10 feet of the inside of the wall. Bonus action, because I can't even shillelagh because I did a leveled spell. All right.
That one is banished. Doesn't get it saved, right?
Yeah, it's no saves.
Hal, the one next to you, is going to lash out with its pseudopods and make 2 attacks on you at advantage.
Oh, double 17.
24 to hit for 7 bludgeoning and 16 necrotic. As this hot tar bashes into you and you feel the skin start to blister and turn necrotic. Second attack.
Oh,
Not so great.
Oh,
Misses.
Misses. So, whew. So luckily you are not covered in tar. Top of the round. Layer action.
oh,
Tar spews forth out from
Nope.
the tar where that underneath the wall of fire immediately catches and lights. I need a dex save from Core, please.
hopefully I'm okay at that.
You're going to take 7 points of fire damage, and the tar you are covered with also catches on fire.
oh no! I'm so sorry.
All right, top of the round.
You
Hal.
take half of 7, right?
Yeah, evasion.
Yeah, you have evasion.
Oh, okay. So I get 4 points back.
Top of the round, Hal.
What can I do from a action bonus action?
Oh yeah, that whole side of the room's got to be lit.
Get it, guys. Get it, guys. I will attack this creature recklessly with my hammer for 25 to hit.
Ooh, 25 definitely hits.
18 bludgeoning.
Ooh,
Max damage, very nice.
24 hits. 14, nice.
I think I'm going to action surge.
Go for it. As you see Hal just tar splattering against the sides of the wall. He's just frenzied attacking this warhammer.
That's a crit.
Woo!
Champion, right?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
So for how much?
That's
14.
14?
yep, 14. And last one. 11 points of bludgeoning. I'm going to move him, I would say, can I move him back this way?
Sure.
Out of the tar.
Oh,
Very cool.
nicely done.
You see it just slash at a pseudopod.
We don't see anything, right? It's opaque.
No, a pseudopod actually goes through the wall
Oh,
on fire and goes to hit you. It does have advantage because you can't see it, but it can see you.
great.
It can see him through the fire?
Yep.
Probably got blind sight.
Double 13s.
Okay, let's try number 2.
An 18. Misses. Yeah, that's its turn.
And it takes the wall damage again.
Has it been my turn yet? So then it'd probably just be the same damage, right? Because it hasn't been my turn yet.
Yeah.
All right, so it'd be another 29 points of fire damage.
Question. Does it take fire damage because it goes through the wall of fire?
Yeah, it would if it takes fire damage.
All right, so for each attack, it would be 29 points of fire if it's putting an arm through.
Okay.
And then at the end of its turn, that's when it takes the 29 from the wall, from just being there.
That is its turn. That one's banished.
I don't like this. Core is going to use a second key point, probably at this point.
So sorry.
I take fire damage at the beginning of my turn.
Sure it starts. Yes, you do. 13 points of fire
That's
damage.
bigger than last time. Okay,
You can take an action to snuff out the flames.
sure. I'm sure I could. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to. I'm sure I can't find it right now, but I'm sure I can spend a key point to disengage. Step of the wind. This works. Okay.
Mm-hmm. As a bonus action, right?
As a bonus,
So you still get
action,
your action.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 25 feet. Am I still allowed to move 25 feet? Because they're giving me extra slowness because of the tar.
Oh, is the tar no longer impending his movement because it's on fire? That's an interesting question.
It's actually encouraging his movement.
You have to take your action to put it out first. So before you moved, is that what you do? Because if you move first, you would still only have half your movement.
Yeah, I think his first thought would be get out of there. That seems bad. Ground on fire, core on fire. He would move first. Yeah. He's smart enough to take his action right now to actually put out the fire. Yeah, he'll put it out the fire. take his action to put the fire.
Just because you're not intelligent, you're a trained monk. I think you would.
Put out something that's burning you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or his spirit. He can see an enemy. But yeah, that's I will end his turn. That's action, bonus action movement.
Fentwick.
Okay, I'm going to throw a chromatic orb at the one that Hal was fighting, and let's. I have no idea what would actually hurt them. Let's try thunder. See if I even hit them first. Yeah, that should hit them.
That definitely hits. As you take out your diamond, spin it in your hand, and a crackling orb of thunderous energy. 22 damage. Jeez.
Let's go.
That's with 2 1s as well. Nicely done.
That's not even half.
Where it blasts into this, and you see it kind of just, it's barely reforming its body. You see the ooze kind of sloughing off into the tar below.
I'm going to stay put.
I move 20 feet up. I drop concentration. Because clearly it's not doing what I thought it was doing.
So you see this still fully formed ooze entity just completely lit on fire now.
Yeah, that I...
And the ooze around it lit.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Core. That was the opposite of what I intended to do. You do not look good. I could have rolled better. 22 healing to you.
That helps. It doubles my current health.
And then I move another 15 feet. Yeah, right there.
Vanished. Just enough movement. Going to move up to you, Hal, and make 2 attacks. At advantage, correct? It's a 26 for 10 bludgeoning and 9 necrotic.
A 20 is going to hit.
For 8 bludgeoning and 20 necrotic. And you are now covered in tar. Your speed is halved.
Yep.
I can get that off you real quick.
It is an effective way to get the tar off.
Top of the round.
You got a lair action?
Yep, layer action. These now increase by another.
Oh, gross.
Oh, you know what? Can I use the reaction on that last hit
Yeah, go for it.
to reduce the...
Smart. Oh, no.
So that is reduced.
Gross.
So anywhere the tar is also difficult terrain. And all of this tar over here is on fire.
That would all be lit, though. Wouldn't it provide light as well? Because it's all on fire now.
Yes, it does.
Nice. See, guys, I'm helping.
Fentwick, you are not enough it's not enough onto your tile yet, so you don't have to make a save. Hal, you're up.
I will hit him with my hammer. Recklessly. 25 for 14.
How would you like to destroy it?
You know, like when you hit like puddles, they grow into smaller and smaller pieces. I think that's what Hal would do. He would like hit it into smaller and smaller pieces. Like,
Yep, just splattering it up against. And every time it tries to reform, you just smash it back down, and it reforms a little bit smaller, and you smash it back down before it just oozes until the form completely just dissolves, and the tar just kind of sloshes back into the growing large pool behind it.
I think I would set my hammer down or drop it, right? As a free action. Then my object interaction would just take out my bow and shoot this guy with my second attack
20 definitely hits.
for 7 piercing. And I think that's all I can do.
Is your bow magical?
Non-magical. No.
Non-magical. Okay.
That became more ominous.
Can I move? I'm sorry.
Yes. Go for it.
Would you have moved, dropped your hammer, and then pulled out your bow?
Yeah. Yeah, more than likely.
That's fine.
Inspiration for you.
Don't give it to him. No, what are you doing?
I don't think player inspiration does anything.
No, unfortunately. Just gets me super motivated.
You got yourself a target.
Yeah, now this one. Let's see. How far are you?
Not far enough.
I'm going to make 2 pseudopod attacks on you. Not at advantage now because you can see it.
Well, it's on fire. I hope I can see it.
It's an 11
That one misses.
and a 12.
Thank goodness.
There's that one.
As this time, now that you can see the blows coming, you easily are able to dodge out of the way as these flaming tar pseudopods come flying at you. Vanished. Core, you're up.
It's time to fight back. So let's go with some astral punches. Right? 7 damage.
27 hits.
Number 2.
And you... Hold on. You also take 8 points of fire
Let me
damage.
do that later.
No, he's hitting with his arms, his astral arms.
Ah, that is true.
Jason, stop it!
Won't stop Core from doing what he's doing.
A melee... it's a melee attack still, right?
Correct.
When you're within 5 feet,
Yep.
you still take the fire damage.
Oh man, should have taken a 5-foot step like in Pathfinder.
I would say it's not so much what's hitting it; it's at your proximity, and it's getting
Yeah,
like
it's
splattered.
Yeah, he's splashing the fiery tar onto himself. I totally get it. It's messed up.
Question is,
So second attack, 16 hits,
more damage?
6 more damage.
How much more do I take? See if I hurt myself more than it.
Another D10.
It rolls less than a 5, but at least I dealt more damage. Nope. Dealt more damage to myself.
Did more damage to himself than he did to the enemy.
Knowing he's in a very bad situation, he's probably going to take an opportunity to disengage again and move this further away this time.
You're a glutton for punishment. Get out of there.
I don't like being set on fire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is all my fault too.
Ah, such a crybaby adventurer. Well, I'm on fire.
What?
It's a Tuesday. We're always on fire on
Is
Tuesdays.
it still 25 feet? Can I get splashed with tar?
No. You're not covered in tar, so you have your full movement.
I don't know if I'll go that much further.
How tall are these guys? 10 feet?
10 feet by 10 feet. All right, Fentwick, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try to.
So that is difficult terrain if you move through the tar.
So, how many squares of difficult terrain is that?
Just one, I would say. Yeah, because it's a corner. Not really.
Smart. Get behind the monk. Yeah, he hits you in the cod piece as he runs between your legs.
Okay, stay near me. You won't die, probably.
I got him. I hurt him. I'll heal him. Don't worry about it.
I can move 5, 4 feet. So, tool. And I guess I will throw another. That worked so well last time. I will throw another chromatic orb at that guy.
That definitely hits.
Same roll.
Whew, 22 points.
Only 1-1 this time.
Still up, not looking good though. See the fiery tar sloughing off. Belladin, you're up.
At the beginning of his turn, Belladin raises 25 feet into the air with his winged boots. He then looks down at Core and says, I hope this makes up for the really shitty job I did of lighting that thing on fire. And I cast a healing spirit in Core's space. So at the start of his turn, he will take 7 points of healing. And then on his next turn, if he's in that spot, he will take more healing. And I can move it too. So Core, if you move, as long as you're within 30 feet of this space, I can move it to your space.
The entire room is about to get lit on fire if we don't actually make it past this whole thing. So
This will keep healing you. This is out here for a minute. So I can just keep moving it to your space and healing you with it with a bonus action. I can do it 6 times, actually. Just 6 times. You don't get that healing now. You get it at the start of your turn. And then with my action, I go Super Druid and get temp HP. And then is my turn.
That guy is banished. Top of the round. The tar spews out more.
Oh, Hal, just a heads up. If Core moves out of that space after getting healing, you can move into it. And it's at any point in your turn. So you could just walk through that square. Sorry, guys. I really screwed up.
So I need Core and Fentwick to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
be better.
Natural 20, so you take no damage. 16, you're going to take half. So Fentwick, you take 5 points of fire damage. And I'm going to need a concentration check.
Oh, golly.
All right, top of the round. Hal.
I want to, try to lift the stone wall.
Okay,
Ooh, he is raging.
go for it. Give me an athletics check, please.
There you go.
Whoa.
Natural 20, 27.
27. With almost superhuman strength, you see Hal try to lift this stone wall, and you're all thinking, there's no way. There's just no way. This thing is massive. And then suddenly you hear, and it starts to lift higher and higher and higher. And Hal, you can get it probably about, you're lifting it probably where it's just enough where you can kind of set your elbows, right? So you're still holding it and bracing it. You can't got it all the way up. You can't extend your arms, but you're pretty much at like a deadlift. Your elbows are now locked, and you're kind of holding it there right now, but you're not able to like throw it all the way up.
My turn.
That is your action.
Man, it would have been so cool if I like had shape stone or any of those cool druid spells.
Something besides fire? Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. I literally have all fire for damaging spells right now.
Someone roll me a d2, please.
He can't reach me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nope. So it's gonna go for Hal. 2 attacks, Hal. No, I'm gonna say it's a regular roll. That could be that.
Well, he didn't recklessly. Oh,
That misses.
oh
That's
my
the same
god.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you rolled the same one twice. That's not right. Roll it again. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was a glitch. It was a glitch. As this pseudopod, like this ooze, slides over towards Hal, and you see it just thrashing out angrily towards Hal. And Hal, somehow you're able to still hold this door open and just barely dodge out of the way. That is its turn. 4. You're up.
You get 7 points of healing.
Yay. Or is going to go 10 feet. So he is 10
Right.
feet away from it.
So that first 5 feet cost you 10, remember?
That's fine. So I have 40 left.
And you got that. You got 7 HP back.
7. I will. Okay, I will put the 7 HP on right now in case I kill myself. I will punch from here and see if that makes a difference. This astral punch has reach. Yeah,
Go for it.
it's not enough.
13 hits.
13 hits.
14 hits. How do you destroy this flaming Tarus?
He's pretty mad, so I think he just goes full JoJo on this dude.
Yep, just Fist of the North Star. And the flaming ooze splashes everywhere.
Yeah, the impact's on the north side up here.
Yeah, you know what? It specifically says touches the ooze or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet. So, Hal, you are not attacking it. You do not get hit with the splash.
Yeah, but there's like tar splashing all on these squares around Core. And me. Oh no, I'm up in the air.
Anything else, Core?
I have 40 feet of movement. Can I get through the hole, or is it not big enough?
Yeah, you definitely can. It's up to like pretty much Hal's like pecs. You lifted it up that high.
Yeah, I want to help, but I know I'm not strong enough. So I will cheer on Hal from the outside.
So you go all the way up the stairs, I'm assuming? Or just on the other side?
I don't want to abandon people. Yeah, if people need help, like getting through or being pulled under or something, I'd still wait. I just move enough to turn ended.
Alright, Fenswick, you're up.
Okay, that's 10, 15, 20. Next I can move up to where Hal is. I guess I can't end my turn there, so...
You just Fenswick just runs and just like latches onto you.
Okay, right, I guess I can also dash and get in.
So you head up for a little further up the stairs. Bonus action.
No.
Belladin comes down next to Hal and says, "I'm sorry, man," and uses his bonus action to pull the healing spirit onto Hal's space, healing him for 10. And then he like looks under the door and says, "I guess there's no chance in staying and fighting and checking to see if there's anything else in the room worth getting. I kind of ruined that."
Come back after it's all burned down.
Yeah.
Okay. Action dash.
And in the turn, lair action goes off, and you see dripping bits of tar from each mouth of the dragon. You see it spew a large stream of fire.
Ah. So I just made it happen earlier.
So pretty much that way across from each of the mouths. But the tar is already lit, so
They'd never be dumb enough to do it, so I'll have to do it to them.
that was layer action. And top of the round, Hal, what would you like to do?
I'll leave the area and move. Once I get out, I'll let the stone drop.
You quickly let go and roll underneath the door as it slams. What would y'all like to do? As you are now in a brightly lit stairwell leading back up. And as you're heading back up, Belladin, with your passive perception, you can hear flashing of more tar filling the room.
Oh, so I can tell based on that the mouths are continuing to fill up with more tar after that?
Yep.
Ah, dang.
And it's all on fire.
Eventually, the tar's got to go fill up to a place where it pushes the oxygen out of the room, right? So it'll just be tar.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd just be on fire tar just filling the room up. I'd be pulling the healing spirit with us because it could go through the wall. So I'd get 4 more heals off of it. So I'd probably do 3 on Core and then 1 more on Hal.
And it's all 7?
No. It's each time I roll.
Okay, so you can roll for the healing now.
So that's another 9 to Core. Another 9 to Core. Jeez, shitty rolls. And another 4, so that's 22 total. And then Hal. Even worse. 5 more healing.
So, as you were running back up to the candle workshop above, having survived the nefarious trap set by Saren to waylay any intruders upon his inner sanctum, you've survived maybe a stalemate at best, as you were not able to, as of yet, discover any of the secrets that might have lain within the chamber. But you all live.
So Belladin, can a giant badger tunnel through like solid tar?
Probably.
Will you be able to avoid the 2 tar monsters that are living in that solid tar?
Well, I mean, that's the problem, right?
How fast is the room filling with tar? With flaming tar?
You figure is about 15 square feet every.
Okay, so by the time they become unbanished, the room will.
Still be filling. Yeah, so they'll immediately catch on fire. I mean, look, here's the thing. We go back to the inn. I come back tomorrow with you guys, with better spells for this, because clearly fire was the wrong choice. I would make an argument. I don't know how mouths that spew out tar work. I would think that once the tar gets up to where the mouths are, it would clog it up, and it wouldn't be able to come out anymore. Or at least probably not be able to breathe fire, right? Because whatever mechanism makes fire would have tar all over it. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's magical. What I do know is this guy's a real piece of work, and he had traps within traps within traps. So I'm sorry, everybody. That was real bad, and that was mostly my fault.
Well, it was my fault too. I did grab the gem that set the whole thing off.
I
But
can.
then again, anything might have set it off. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm just worried there's something in there that will give us more information, and we just totally missed it. I have better spells for this. I have ice and water-based spells that I didn't have them prepared.
Well, eventually the whole thing will fill up with tar and the flames will go
With
out.
flaming tar. Yeah, if a large section of Sir Giles' estate suddenly collapses into the ground, we were never here.
Is the building not metal?
Well, see, but the stairs go down at an angle, right? So, Bentwick, based on the angle that we came away from the building, do you think we're under the estate now, or do you think like in
Well,
the
I mean,
center?
by estate, I just mean the land around. I don't think we're actually under one of the buildings.
I could probably get like shape stone or something. I think I have some spells that can deal with earth, and maybe if we figure out where that room is compared to where we're standing, like I could just open up a hole above it, and then I imagine the tar creatures would come out, and we could just take care of them out in the open, right? Instead of in that room. I could freeze them. I imagine they would hate being frozen. It'd probably stop them from moving.
Yeah, I just keep remembering stories of coal mines that have caught on fire and they burned for like 30 years.
I don't think that was tar. I think that was natural gas.
Hmm.
Today was a win. You're like all burnt up and you got tar sticking to your
I
clothing.
left my fur coat with Revy.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried about your fur. Like, how do you fix that? How do you get tar out of a fur coat?